Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for the Euro USD price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. Starting on the all-time history for the Euro, we are looking here at a zigzag ABC, finishing potentially a wave A, and of course followed by a W, X, and a Y. The W is a zigzag, the X is a running flat, and the Y is another zigzag. So double zigzag in a complex structure W, X, and a Y, finishing wave B or potential wave X. And that means, of course, we are in two possible scenarios. Whether we are in an A, B, and a C, you're looking for a wave C impulsive toward the upside, of course, to hit the 1-to-1 fib level, $1.65 for a wave C in an impulse, or you are in a W, X, and a Y. The difference is that the wave Y can be a different structure rather than an impulse. The wave C has to be 5 waves, an impulse, or of course a leading diagonal. The leading diagonal has to hit, of course, the wave 1, and then having kind of like a very sharp leading diagonal, or you can have, of course, an impulse. Higher potential here goes for the impulse. Of course, it depends on the next price action, but higher potential that you are in 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. Now, basically, if you are in a wave Y, you might finish here as a big zigzag. So you would like to see, of course, an impulse correction and another impulse as a zigzag, finishing, of course, this as a wave Y. Another possibility can be a flat, which is, of course, 3 waves toward the upside as a zigzag, 3 waves down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finishing regular flat here, hitting a little bit the high, and then finishing, of course, this wave Y, moving 3 waves down, and then continuation toward the upside later on. Final scenario can be, of course, a triangle here, formation for a zigzag in a wave A, getting the B, C, D, and a E, finishing the wave E toward the upside, meaning reversal for lower prices, and of course getting another structure here finished, and then continuation toward the upside. Now, by all means, right now in the current price action, we're looking at least, of course, at the 1-to-1 fib level as a zigzag in all case scenarios, and that because you got an impulse starting, of course, from the low here and having potentially an ABC to hit the 1-to-1 fib level at 1.18 potentially, of course, which it might be an A, B, and a C in this case scenario. Now, the highest possibility on the all-time history is, of course, to move for higher, whether you are in a bigger wave Y or in a wave C. Let's move inside it to see much more answers, of course, in this area. So on the 2 hours chart, we have already here on the bottom, we have started an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 1, ABC for a wave 2, hitting perfect targets, and of course continuation toward the upside. Now, in this case scenario here, you are looking at another potential impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, extended wave 5 for the wave 3. You got a wave 4 here related to this wave 2, and then of course continuation toward the upside. Now, this is considered kind of like a leading diagonal, and that because the wave 4 has, of course, interfered with zone 1. So basically, this can be a leading diagonal here that we are looking at, and that again, because it's not allowed in an impulse to see the wave 4 interfering, of course, with the zone 1. And in this case scenario, you have finished only a leading diagonal, of course, for a wave 1, or yeah, it can be, of course, a zigzag here formation. However, it has started already with an impulse, right? Which is, yeah, a little bit questionable because you are seeing impulses in the 1 and in the 3, and you would like to see the same in a wave 5. Now, inside this wave 5, we're going to move, of course, in the micro. However, in a bigger overview here, since you have finished a wave 3 and a wave 4, you are looking for a wave 5, which are the targets, of course, around the 0.618, 1.18, and 1.20, as we saw also on the daily, right? We saw this also on the daily as 1.18. So basically, I would say that this can be the formation of another 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 towards the upside here. Of course, that we are looking at a wave 5 to be finished, and of course, to finish with it a wave 3, all right? So basically, this can be somehow, an impulse formation at wave one. I would like to see in the next week a little bit higher prices hitting the blue box, right? Preferably getting inside the blue box and then moving down, because in confluence here, if you would like to have a wave 5 as a diagonal, the targets for this wave 5, I think they are already close and hit. So wave 5 as diagonal, well, yeah, is exactly what I'm expecting to be in confluence in this blue box. So preferably that we see at least here kind of like an impulse or ending diagonal, finishing, of course, this wave 5 as a wave 1 in the wide scenario here. Okay, so this is what I would like to see. And after this, of course, I'm looking for a wave 2, short one, and then continuation simply toward the upside. This is the highest possibility right now. If you are bearish and you're still corrective here, you have finished a ABC, 3 waves toward the downside, you have to consider this kind of like corrective wave, which is kind of impossible right now because it has already got the high in 5 waves. Meaning you are looking for an A, B, and a C toward the downside. Very, very low possibility, guys. Very low possibility. I still see, of course, higher prices hitting, of course, a little bit this blue box, then moving down, and then continuation toward the upside towards the next blue box. So these are the highest possibility right now. We would like to see this unfolding as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Finishing the wave for 5 in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 as well. That was it for the euro. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.